angry, Aussie. 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 Angry, Aussie. 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 Angry.
Yeti microphone. Okay. That took me a second to work out, and I have no idea why it did it. Fuck you, laptop. Thanks for letting me know. I was muted. Strictly say, you like this shirt? This is a new one. It is a pretty smooth operator shirt, this one. And hi, Alexander, as well. And Lee, as well. Gosh, everyone jumping in. Look at me. I don't have a drink in my hand. I might make a cocktail for my cocktail channel. Decision time. Do I make a white lady or a jungle bird? Okay, I think I'll make a jungle bird, a rum drink, a little bit of a bitter element in it. So if I'm doing that, I need to get one thing from the next room. Because it's starting to rain again. Yep. Ooh. A little bit of ferocity. Okay, I don't think I'll shoot a video when the rain's making that much noise, in fact. I'm just going to go... It's freaking nice timing, rain. I'm going to go next door and get the bottle I need. Actually, do I need something? Because the other one I was going to make tonight is a white lady. A triple sec. Okay. So I'll get a triple sec while I'm out there too. Lee, I think you're living in the past if you think a Nokia is a good phone. Been about 10 years since I've heard anything good about a Nokia, to be honest. My last phone before an iPhone was a Nokia. Back when, phone designs used to actually be different and the sort of keyboard clicked out. The iPhone 3 was the first iPhone that had a decent camera. The Nokia I had a better camera than the iPhone 1 and 2. But since then, Nokia's fallen by the wayside. There's certainly Android phones that have had better cameras sooner than iPhones have. Yes, strictly say, we're talking about the olden days. CPUs were a rubber band and a nail. All right. This is take a second. I'm just going next room. Just when I was thinking about shooting a video really noisy rain starts. Alrighty, no, probably not. Got the two bottles I wanted, a triple sec and a bittersweet aperitif. Both Australian. I know some people argue there are better phones than iPhones, but they've got me in the soft handcuffs with all the apps that are on here. And I actually get super annoyed. Actually, here's the thing. I might be wrong or I might be just misunderstanding things. It's the games. I just think even if it's like the same app, I don't think you can, like, say, if I switched from an iPhone to an Android, I don't think I can download the same game in Android format onto a phone and log in and have all my game history on that. And hello, Greg, by the way. I could be wrong in that, but that's a thing that I think you can't do. But I'm not the world's greatest technical genius, so what do I do? You know what? I might actually do the making part of a video. I don't think this rain's going to last very long. I was going to make the jungle bird, wasn't I? Okay. Start the evening with a rum drink. Why not? So I'll actually bring it up on my phone too. So I have it around there. All right. Doing jungle bird. Rum, Campari, pineapple juice, lime juice, and syrup. Okay. Got most of that stuff out. Pineapple juice and syrup are in, sorry, the lime juice and syrup are in the fridge. So I said, strictly Sega, phones no longer have the jump on CPU over Samsung's worth it. Yeah, I thought performance-wise they're all pretty similar. Mega Leech, depends if you log into a third-party game account, game hosted by the... Yeah, see, I don't know. And yes, my experience, strictly Sega, is I have to give up a lot if I swap. I have also been too lazy to really look into it. So, so I'm fiddling with a bit of the seal is still on here. I get it off. It's just kind of annoying me. I'd actually like to go and visit these guys. This comes, I got some rum from these guys too. The Killick Distillery is right near Puffing Billy for people who know Melbourne. A little while back, Mrs. Anger and I did a weekend away in Healesville, primary purpose of which to go to the Four Pillars Distillery. And we went to some other distilleries while we were there. And we, on the map, picked this one on the way back, the Killick Distillery. It's like a block down from where you get on Puffing Billy. Oh, gosh. Aren't they little whiners, Alexander? They wanted their Google Doodle for International Men's Day. Fortunately, I missed them. It's kind of like I blocked the right people, maybe. You are right, Lee. It has been a bit cooler, certainly a lot wetter than a lot of our springs have been. Thank you, La Nina. Third La Nina in a row. Not really what we expected, but here we are. And yeah, I think we are expected to have a wetter than average summer as well. See how it plays out, I guess. Right. So, that's what I needed to get the lime juice and syrup out of the fridge. So, this one and this one. Oh. All right. All good in the hood. I'll get some things ready over here. All right. So I guess I'll turn the camera around so you can see what I'm doing as I fiddle around. See the other side of the kitchen again. Right. So I'm gonna set that camera right. Actually, I'm gonna look something up while I'm here. What they Jungle bird cocktail. All right. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I don't have a pineapple. I always like to use pineapple fronds. I'm just gonna put one of my cherries as the garnish. Okay, so that and that. Serve it here, serve it here. Just organising things. Gotta get, okay, the rum I'm going to use. And I did decide which rum I was going to use. And the bittersweet element. Oh, no, I actually need my mixing glass. I'm going to put it in. Okay. So if you put the mixing glass, if you put this here, I'm just going to wipe down some dirty marks on my table. Dirty marks. All right. And I've got to bring this light around. So. Alrighty. Okay. Now, I set up the shot because I'm the cinematographer. I think we want this to come down, get a different angle on it. Yes, I'm the famous international cinematographer. I have no idea what that accent was meant to be. Doing that in high speed. All right, that's the boot right. Get my jigger ready. All right. So 1.5 rum. This is a really nice smelling rum. It smells really sweet. A Cuban rum. Americans can't have this. It's a dumb trade embargo. But we are not constrained by such things in Australia. Okay. So, we go. Cuban rum. Should have taken this stop off sooner. Alright. Making party substitute. And lime juice. Ooh, pineapple juice. I forgot the pineapple juice. Now, Jungle Bird without the pineapple juice. Okay. Pineapple. And then a lime. And then our dark sugar syrup. Alright, that's all stuck together with stickiness. I'll just pour this in, shall I? A bit more. Okay. Und. Ooh, that's dark. Okay, so that's that. Now I need to get some ice so I can shake it. I'll be back in a second. Anything happening in the chat? I can see the chat. Gently, your son's calling. Putin the dickhead, hard to argue. So, okay. Ooh. Wait, what sort of a glass do they normally put a jungle bird in? Just gonna relook that up. Rocks glass. Okay. I will put it in my rocks glass. We'd get a big chunk of the ice from the big ice cube tray. Okay. Okay. Got my glass ready now. Alright. What's that? Alright. It's a warning for people with headphones. It's get a bit loud. Righty-roo. Just get some shit together here. Rinse that thick syrup out of my jigger. Okay. Let's just put that there. That looks good. Oh, and I'll get a skewer ready. My garnish. Okay. Make a very dark jungle bird. This is my syrup, basically. Menu, shooting mode. Let's see. I have to adjust that a little bit. There we go. Alright, and actually record it, you dickhead. That one. Want to get our money's worth. And all right. So, having done that, I'll turn this around. Hey, honey. Sorry, 4-year-old phone. Yes, I can understand wanting to replace one that's that old. I think mine's 2 years old now. Maybe I just got it last year. I don't even remember. Never put that much thought into it. All right. Now I've got to shoot the bit on this side, which won't take long. Just got to set myself up. All right. Put my green backpack up. Give myself a bit to room. All right, and I'll bring the drink over here, so I've got it for easy access. Right. Okay, let's get this action happening. Go wide, because we're doing this for a YouTube short. It's in vertical mode. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Okay. Missing curry. Oh, where's my audio recorder? Here. Want my good quality audio. All right. Now we're ready to go. So it's 1.5, 3/4, 1.5, half. Okay. The Jungle Bird is a popular tropical drink that's a little bit different because it brings in a slightly bitter element. It goes like this. In your shaker, put in 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of a dark rum. Then you want 3/4 ounce, around 22.5 mils of a bittersweet red aperitivo like Campari. Then you want to add 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of pineapple juice. Follow that with 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of lime juice. To finish things off, we put in 1/2 ounce of Demerara sugar syrup. You add ice to your shaker, give that a good solid shake for 10 or 15 seconds, then strain that into a rocks glass. Some people use crushed ice. I like to have a large chunk of ice in there. And because I didn't have any pineapple on hand to garnish, I'm just garnishing with a maraschino cherry. And there's your Jungle Bird. It's got the deep richness from the rum, sweetness from the juices, and it's undercut by the Campari, so it's not too sweet. It's a really interesting drink. If you've never tried it, I recommend you give it a go. Cheers. Oh God, okay. I made this sugar syrup. It's like this coconut sugar syrup. Coconut sugar, I should say. Don't say coconut sugar syrup. That makes it sound like something else. Okay. You can get it in the supermarket, this coconut sugar syrup. It's really dark and has a really strong flavor. And because I didn't really say when I was making the cocktail, I was using coconut sugar syrup. It's really dark. This is darker than a Jungle Bird would usually be. Tell you what, it's pretty fucking good though. That is good. That coconut sugar syrup is the dominant taste. Thank you, Strictly Sega. I've been doing these short videos like a production line. Moving it across on my Trello board that I'm in the midst of doing it. So my big goal was to do at least one video a day on my cocktail channel every day for the month of November. And I'm not having any trouble maintaining that. I've currently got videos uploaded and scheduled until Wednesday. If I shoot 2 more tonight, well, 1 more, that one and 1 more, that'll have me through till Friday. And I do actually have another one that's edited but not uploaded. I didn't want to put it up straight away. I might put that up on the weekend. So, keep this up. I'm through to the weekend. So, oh, you know what I should do? I should taste the things I have in barrels. Well, yep. Tell you what, the for all the flavors in there, that I'll say it again. That coconut syrup is dominating. It's not a bad thing, by the way. It's like it's got some sweetness and tartness, and a little bit of the bitterness underneath. Yummy rummy drink. That's not bad at all. Yeah, look, Strictly Sega. I think I'll is it this week? This week's Thanksgiving? Thanks actually for reminding me. I need to do a Thanksgiving drink. Good tip, actually. Okay. I did do a thanks. I don't want to do the same thing I did last year. So, okay, let's look this up. Thanksgiving. So it is Thursday the 24th. Oh God, maybe I should change my plan and do this tonight. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to look on my favorite cocktail recipe sites. We've got, is it Gibson Martini Day? There you go. Gibson Martini is just a martini that uses pickled onions as the garnish rather than anything else. The contents are no different. Cocktail of the day. What do they have for the 24th? Origin of the species. It's Buy Nothing Day. There you go. Let's see. Do they have anything for Thanksgiving? Here we go. 20 best Thanksgiving cocktails. That's what we want. And how is an appletini a Thanksgiving drink? Honestly. Heine, you've got a cupboard with ridiculously narrow shelves. Shot glasses in there now. Hip flask of gin and some tonic water. Yeah, you've got to be a bit careful with precarious shelves. Yeah, that's the type of thing I'd consider using as a spice rack. But yeah, shot glasses. Yeah. God, I've got this. Okay. I'm actually I restarted making a syrup that I was going to call apple pie syrup. I could maybe finish making it tomorrow. Shoot and edit the video on Tuesday and have it live on Wednesday. So it's the day before Thanksgiving. Actually, from an American perspective, that would be 2 days before Thanksgiving because of the time difference. Heine, collecting booze is like collecting anything. It's very dangerous. Once you get started, you just keep going. All right, I just forgot to put the lid on something over here. I just want to put the lid on it. Where's your stopper? Oh. Okay. I'm a bad influence. Look at Strictly Sega. You're buying all the booze just to experiment with the drinks. And Kirsten's my bad influence. Hanging out with Kirsten during lockdowns, my bottle collection more than doubled easily over COVID. And Kirsten gleefully takes credit for that and the fact that the majority of my collection's Australian now. Yeah, Heine, just nice gin and tonic things, because there's really nice tonic waters available now. There's Cappy, who I have some of theirs of. And I don't know, I think Dan Murphy's used to stock all these Cappy sodas and tonics. And I'm not sure if they've changed the deal, because the Cappy have disappeared and they have this one now. Let me see. Oh, what are they called? I've forgotten what they've called. I've got their ginger ale in the fridge. Strangelove, another Australian one. Dan's a stocking now. I tasted Strangelove at a drinks festival thing I went to a while back with Mrs. Angry. Strangelove tonics. They've got a range of tonics. They're really nice. Cappy is C-A-P-I, Heine. Yeah, Dan's were stocking. I think you can get some Cappy tonic and soda at the supermarkets. And I think you can get Strangelove a bit easier now too. They're both very good. Australian sodas and tonics. And they both make ginger beer, ginger ale as well. Both very good. But yes, just get yourself a nice gin or two. If you're a gin and tonic man, get a good quality tonic. You might go through a couple to find the one that suits you the best. I would recommend it, Heine. Top of the line, Strangelove and Cappy. Fever Tree, also very good, also at Dan's. Strictly say your dad always put the clear liquor in the freezer. I have too much of it. I have a martini in the freezer. I have a batched martini in the freezer, so I can just pour myself a Sub-Zero martini whenever I want, which I fucking love. All right. I was thinking... Let me see. YouTube. The tubes of you. Where are we? All right. Good old Angry Cocktails. Videos. To go like 12 months ago to find what I did for Thanksgiving last year. Old-fashioned, Halloween. Gosh darn it. Wait, was it the freaking year before I did it? Gosh darn it. I'm getting so confused at this point. Okay, 2 years ago. Mojito. Yeah, Gibson Martini, which I made for Gibson Martini Day. Wait, was it a fucking short? Ugh. Where are we? Thanksgiving. It was a fucking short. All right. What's in this? Description. Turkey, apple brandy, pimento jam, cinnamon sugar syrup. Oh, right. I called it turkey in a glass because it was wild turkey. I don't have any wild turkey. Okay. 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 Well, that answers that. It was a short. And hi, Safa. Whoa, Christ, why was Tim Smith in the news? Was he drunk again? Oh, yeah. No, Strictly Sega, I am actually with you. I think your palate changes and you go through a phase of wanting the same thing for a while and then not. Hey, Justin, how you doing? So my plan for Thanksgiving, I think I'll finish making what's going to be a spiced sugar syrup. Something about corruption. He's still like, oh man, is he having another attempt to fucking snipe Matthew Guy before the election? He's so spiteful. It's hilarious. Absolutely spiteful. Sorry, what was this? Victorian Labor loses Matthew Guy Facebook page after using it for $115,000 worth of attack ads. Okay, I actually need to know what that is. Spent more than $115,000 on a Facebook page under the name of Liberal leader Matthew Guy to boost paid ads attacking his policies. And then they deleted the page. Oh, gosh. Wowzers. That's actually pretty funny. Oh, that's what I was going to look at. I'm going to see if there's a recipe for mulled whiskey. And mulled whiskey. Mulled whiskey infusion recipe. That sounds like the sort of thing I want to see. Mulled whiskey ginger toddy. All right, I'm going to look at those two, see what they're like. Justin, that's called capitalism. Obviously, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but yeah, the internet made capitalism global. And okay, so what's this? This mulled whiskey. So whiskey, nutmeg, cardamom, cloves, star anise, cinnamon, allspice, which I have, orange, lemon, vanilla bean. I am fucking making this. Okay, that is going to be, I'll make a mulled whiskey. That will be my Thanksgiving thing. Be a mulled whiskey. And all I'm going to do is blend whiskey with this spiced apple syrup I'm making. Yeah, Strictly Sega, 2-for-1 Blu-ray sale. What's not to like? I might finally get some noise cancelling headphones or earbuds this time because I've been thinking about getting it. Justin, the funniest thing about two funny things. One's funny, ironic. One's fucking hilarious about Elon Musk letting Trump back on Twitter. The first is he used a Latin quote that translates as the voice of the people is the voice of God. And he said, because he put it to a vote, that means it was the right thing to do. So he quoted it, Vox Populi, Vox Dei, which is, voice of the people is the voice of God. And someone just said, that's actually part of a quote. The full quote translates to, do not listen to those who say the voice of the people is the voice of God, since the tumult of crowds is always close to madness. So that's yet another example of Elmo trying to appear smart and making himself look a fool. But that's just the ironic, highbrow, funny bit. The hilarious bit is Trump said no. Trump's been shitbagging Elon Musk on Truth Social. It's fucking hilarious. So Elon Trump is just getting to look more and more like an insecure, desperate, egotistical fucking loser. Strictly Sega, I also have heard that conspiracy idea that rich people would like Twitter to go away. I don't think it's worth $40 billion because he's in danger of actually destroying Twitter and losing all his fucking money. And because, as I've said many times, the vast majority of his wealth is imaginary. It's tied up in the stock price of companies like Tesla in particular. And he is at risk of crashing Tesla as well. Not that Tesla's a stranger to crashing. My God, what a fucking loser he is. Oof, oh God, I've just had this brainwave. Strictly Sega, I have literally no idea how US tax laws work. But I don't know that he has any option for writing down the debt. I mean, but he doesn't pay tax. He just doesn't pay tax. So I think, I think he's just full of shit. Oh, look, I could go the whole way. Here's the other idea I had. I'll show you. And in fact, I'm going to try a piece of this. What's this, they wonder? I was in the supermarket and they had this, new or limited edition Toblerone golden chocolate. It's caramelized white chocolate with honey and almond nougat. What I was going to do is melt some of this and do a process called fat washing. So melt this, liquidize it, and then mix it with a spirit, and you let it separate, and then you freeze it, and then the chocolate will solidify again, and the booze absorbs the flavor of the substance you put in this case would be chocolate. Maybe I should go over the top. No, that's probably going too over the top for my Thanksgiving thing to fat wash the bourbon with Toblerone. But I'm going to try it. See, the whole thing with the peaks further apart, that's only with the normal sized bars that there's less of them now. These big ones, maybe they're further apart actually. Look at that, yum. Right. I don't know if I had any chocolate for ages. Or I can make a chocolate orgeat because this has nuts in it. I see. I'm a white chocolate fan, Stricky Sega. That's yummy. Nah. So I'm not going to get wasted. I'll get drunk, though. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. That was actually really nice, and I've got to put it away so I don't eat any more. Maybe I could make a chocolate orgeat, which is an almond-based sweetener. Hey, Nettie. Good evening to you. The rain passed here, Safa. It was raining just when I started the stream, and now it's quiet. All right. Let's see. I'm going to make a white lady. It's gin and triple sec and lemon juice and sugar syrup. Ooh, and you want that to foam. All right. Ooh, a nice Safa 4K Blu-ray of Apollo 13. Yes, I did see that stuff about NASA was going to do another moon mission. Okay. So, move a few things around. Okay, I have ideas of things I want to do. So I'm actually making two syrups over here. One lemon sugar syrup. It's got white sugar. So the white sugar in there is going to liquefy from the peel from lemons. And this is my brown sugar apple one. The brown sugar is going to liquefy from the juice in the apples. And those are both going to be yummy. Oh, okay. Put that in there for now. Get my lemon juice out. And this here sugar syrup. Put the rummy back. Question. I know what gin I'll use. How much bone dry Archie Rose do I have? Not that much. Maybe get another bottle of this. Okay, so bone dry, triple sec. Lime juice, lemon juice, and sugar syrup. All right. Ooh. Okay, that is such a strong flavor, that coconut syrup. So for doing the Macca's special buy, I think you told me about that on another stream. Okay, so I think the white lady, we want to put it in a coupe. So we'll get a nice coupe and bring it around here, ready. All right, I'm gonna bring the camera around. You see what I'm doing? I'm gonna bring the video camera back. Hi. All right. Do, 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 do. It's very, whenever I'm just wandering around, I start humming to myself. End up humming Sweet Caroline. I don't know if that's actually a Neil Diamond song, but he made it famous. And yeah, I find myself humming it. Anyway, checking this out and rinsing this out. All right. Right, that gets it there. Gotta rinse this out here. All right. All right. Bits and bobs. I'm going to get my phone with the Recipe on it. Okay. Trello. That's what I want. Young bird, white lady. Half, then 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. What's this hold? Right. I'll actually use that for the 3/4. There. Hopefully not going to knock anything over and break anything. That would have been embarrassing. Regular stream in joke. Hasn't happened that often, really. I can think of 2 times it happened on the stream. And not naming names, but Nettie did one of them. I did the other one. All right, so lining this up, putting this on. I put it on high speed mode to get the sexy slow-mo shot. Do that right there. Okay. Get a few things ready. And this thing ready. I want this party started, right? Let me see. Lemon juice. Sugar syrup. Yeah, all these little bits ready. Oh, and Wonderphone. All right, everything's ready. And that's all lined up. So, in the words of Shakespeare, let's go. Right. So 1.5 ounces of gin. Should pour this before I start shooting. No biggie. Sexy pour, and what do we want? 3/4 of these. Where's 3/4 on this? There we go. This one's actually got 3/4 marked on it. So it's a bit more accurate. I'm eyeballing it less. Triple sec. What is it? Oh, lemon juice. I'm not putting that much lemon juice in. I don't like as much lemon juice as the recipes usually say to put in. And 1/3 ounce. Where's the 10 mils on here? There you go. 1/3 ounce of sugar syrup. Right. Sugar syrup. And Couple of drops of wonderful. Okay. That's that. All right. Now, go do a shake. You're going to do a dry shake first, so that's not noisy. But this is your advance warning. In 30 seconds or so, loud shaking will happen. Just going over to the freezer to get some ice, with which I will do loud shaking. Ah, fuck. I didn't seal that properly. It's gone everywhere. Oh, no. Mostly upset it's wasted drink. Just shaking away here. Kind of think I fucked that up. Yeah, I think I did fuck that up. But hang on. I'll put a little bit more Wonderphone in here. That was probably too much. C'est la vie. It's only me here, no one else. Just gotta do a little bit of shaking. It's all wet and slippery now. I'm really paranoid about dropping it. All right. Now. Oh, sorry, I didn't give any warning. Noisy shake starts now. Right, let's put that there. That there. Yep, thought that was going to happen. Okay, menu, shooting mode, high speed. Alright. Let's. Oof. I continue to be paranoid about dropping shit. Let's strain this. I did not get the foamy head at all. Fucked it up, fucked it up. That's okay, I'll survive. Right, sorry, I gotta wash my hands. I made so much mess. But that's the big bonus of doing these streams in the kitchen. Alright. Now I'm going to move this to do the okay. Oh, I'll put the camera back around to this side now. See me over here. Okay. Put this drink here where I can get it easily. And bring the camera around. And we'll be done in about 2 minutes. Just gotta get this happening. Whoop. There we go. There we go. There we go. And that looks like good framing. Okay. Get my audio recorder recording to audio. I'm just going to pick up my phone. Just remind me of the ingredients one more time. Oh, 3/4, 3/4, 1/3. Okay.
The White Lady is a great cocktail, very easy to drink, and in fact, it's a good way to introduce someone to gin if they think they don't like gin. Make it like this. In your shaker, you put 1.5 ounces of gin. Magic of editing, I can get rid of this. Add to that 3/4 ounce or about 22.5 mils of triple sec or orange curacao. And then you add another 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. And finally, about 1/3 ounce or around 10 mils of sugar syrup. Then you add ice to your shaker. Give that a good solid shake for 10 or 15 seconds. Actually, if you want the drink to be foamy, you can add something like egg white, aquafaba. I often use a product called Wonder Foam. Then you put the drink in the shaker. Then you add ice to your shaker. Give it a good hard shake for around 15 seconds. Strain that into a chilled coupe. And there is your White Lady. How do I describe that? There's a beautiful balance between the gin, the triple sec, and the lemon juice. A little bit sweet, a little bit tart, a little bit dry. Very pleasant drink. I recommend you try it. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers. Rambled a bit there, but that's okay. I'm going to switch everything off now. Okay. That. And, oh no, I actually charged my phone. Good on me. Okay, I turned this light off. It's so weird and orange. There. And I'm also going to do this, which you can't see, and turn that light off. And I just think that's friendlier lighting for a stream. There we go. There we go. Oh, God, Safi, I hope you're not getting flooded, man. Oh, there you go. Strictly Sega. Sweet Caroline was actually written by Neil Diamond. It is learned a thing tonight. I knew he was very famous for singing it. Didn't know he wrote it. I'm going to put some orange peel in. Yeah, Strictly Sega, that light. I actually have an orange filter on it to make it that warm. And that's mostly because of how ghastly pale my skin is. And I look really pasty in videos. Ooh, a little bit of orange on my pink lady. So was it Neil Diamond and Charles Calello did The Monkees' I'm a Believer? That sounds like a Neil Diamond song. Did he record a version of it? Because it really, I mean, I know it is a Monkees song, but they're just thinking of the vibe. That's got a real Neil Diamond vibe, that song. I'm a believer. Oh, God, I forgot to put the lids on things again. Glad I toned down the lemon juice. I've gone off really strong citrus in drinks. I used to be all about it. Where's the triple sec? That's... I feel... yeah, okay. I put one of the bottles something stupid. I thought, I'm losing my goddamn mind. All right. You know, okay, I'm going to do a couple of funny things for the rest of the stream. Oh, yes, the Shrek version. Oh, my God. We had the Shrek DVDs when the Young Angries were little, and
we watched those karaoke bits so often. That got a real workout. Tell you what, that orange peel in there is really nice because you've got like a orange liqueur with the triple sec. Oh man, I just did that for something to do, but it's actually quite nice. All right. Fiddly little things are going to do in the live stream that involve alcohol. Hey, Toronto Maple Leafer, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you've been well. Hope you're well this evening or this morning from your perspective, I guess. So this is my first time wearing this shirt. It's a pretty good shirt. I just bought a whole bunch of these new shirts and I've been progressively wearing them this week. So I had a new shirt on every stream this week. This one's like a sort of pale peachy color with these bottles and glasses on it. Quite like this one. I mean, I like all of them actually. And there's got some very different styles and colors in this batch. Going into the office tomorrow, I'll be wearing another new shirt there. I don't think people even comment on my cocktail shirts anymore. They did the first couple of weeks I wore them. Ooh, you reckon this would go with a black vest, Strictly Sega? That's an interesting take. I like that. You had thunder snow. That's intense. We're having thunderstorms, not thunder snow though. Wowzers. Yeah, we had a little... I think Safa's really copying it up in the country. Here where I am, there was a bit of thunder and lightning and rain. So basically, Toronto Maple Leaf, we're in our third La Nina in a row. It's much wetter than usual. Much of the east coast of Australia, eastern states, I should say, it's happened inland. Eastern states have been subject to flooding repeatedly for the last 6 months. Like, it's been shit as. For the people caught in the flooding, it's been really fucking bad. Me personally, my area of Melbourne has dodged 99% of it. But holy crap, areas of Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria and Tasmania have just been getting fucking flooding. And it fucking sucks, man. I don't know if there's been 3 La Ninas in a row recorded before. But yes, so we're wetter and cooler than normal. Toronto Maple Leaf, what we're getting is a very mild variation. I worry that what Australia is particularly going to get hit with more often in the coming decade is brutal drought and bushfire. We've had a couple of years reprieve, like it's 3 years since we had a bad bushfire season. I'm sure all the people who manage bushfires are just freaking out. It's like, okay, we've had all this rain for a couple of years, so that's tamped down bushfires. Then we're going to have a really dry year, and all the extra growth from years of rain is going to dry out, and then we'll be fucked. So, yeah, but severe storms are obviously happening far more often than they used to. Got a tickle in my throat. I don't know if I inhaled something. Yeah. Don't really like that. All right, so. I'm going to taste a couple things in these barrels. I might even, just for fun, just while we're talking, make a clarified milk punch because I've got all the components ready. I might just do that. Just as It's like a fun little project. I should get some water to drink while I'm doing. Actually, I'm gonna taste the things in the barrels, and then I'm actually gonna get water to cleanse my palate. These out of the way. I've got my water glass around here. Fucking water dispenser and the fridge has been acting screwy. It's out of the way. Put this in here for now. What do I want? I want some water. Well, okay. I want to put this back in the fridge. Put my lemon juice back in the fridge. Oh, okay. Yep, water dispenser is acting weird still. Oh, I'm going to have to take it apart, and that is a huge fucking pain in the ass. Got to drain it first. Come on, you pain in the ass, fill up my glass. Alright, that's enough water for now. Oh, the trials and tribulations. Alright. So, having a couple of shot glasses for tasting. I thought things were only true and fairy tales. Now, I've got to check, because I did actually put little notes on these barrels when I put stuff in them. So, this one. This is the forehand. It's been in there since the 1st. What are we up to now? Okay, so that's been in there 3 weeks. That's probably as long as I want it in there. I'm going to have a little taste, though. I'm going to get my strainer, because little bits of wood get in there. All right. You know what? I'm not going to use that one. It's that other shit in it today. Oh, I'm talking myself in circles here. Okay, so this strainer. Put that in there. Oh, yeah, that's all good in the hood. Now, get my barrel. This is a super... I'm going to swirl it around a bit to make sure. But it feels like quite a bit's evaporated, which is what happens in barrels. Just a little taste. Ooh, that tastes pretty high octane. That's sweet. Very sweet. And I saved some. That is not barrel aged. I'll taste them side by side. Okay. Okay, so what do we got? Ooh, okay. The barrel one's a bit cloudier. Yes, Strictly Sega, I did hear about the pink mist comment at the Flinders Clocks. And then all the really embarrassing denials. Oh no, I didn't mean kill him. That is literally the only it's the only metaphor. And she's saying it to some of the most dangerous people, lunatics who are just deeply lost in conspiracies, people who would actually act on that sort of encouragement. All right, so holy shit, that's a strong drink. That needs to be stirred on ice to dilute it a bit. Oh, fuck me, that's a strong, like, yummy. It's actually really yummy. I think I need to put a little bit of ice in both of these, actually, so they dilute a bit. Oof. Bernie, very boozy. Yeah, I thought it was pathetic the way the person who did that pink mist thing, which is basically saying someone should shoot Daniel Andrews, and just all the pathetic equivocation and lying about, oh, that's not what I meant. And that's literally the only thing she meant. And she was saying it to very dangerous people. Man, that drink kicks ass. Woo. All right. What is the barrel aged version like? Ooh. Man. Oh, that tastes like smoky honey. Holy shit. Ooh, that is good. Oh no. Toronto Maple Leaf, crack of thunder, even muffled by the snow falling. Jesus, that's intense. Yeah, this drink, I'll find the recipe for it because it's really fucking strong. It's just all booze, right? What's it called? No, that's the apple malt toddy. Okay, it's called For Something. Oh, actually, what am I talking about? I've got the recipe on my Trello. Okay, so White Lady's over there now. It's called Four in. Oh, it's in Death & Co. That's why I wasn't finding it. It's a Death & Company cocktail called Four in Hand. So for a single version of this, it's 3/4 of an ounce of overproof whiskey, 3/4 of an ounce of brandy, 1/4 of an ounce of overproof rum, 1/4 of an ounce of green chartreuse, which is 55% alcohol, and then cinnamon syrup and vanilla syrup. So in the barrel, I put in 400 mils of the whiskey, 400 mils of the brandy, 130 mils of Smith & Cross, which is an overproof rum, 130 mils of green chartreuse, which is an overproof liqueur spirit, and then the sugar syrup. So it's really fucking boozy. The sweetness of those syrups is coming through wonderfully with the barrel-aged version. But it's a super fucking boozy drink. Oh, okay, that's fucking... I am bottling that. I'm decanting it. I have 3 barrels, Strictly Saiga. 2 of them have cocktails in it. 1 I'm about to decant. And the other one has a blend of new make spirit, which is moonshine, proto whiskey. So I'm aging it in the barrel, turning it into whiskey. I'm thinking that might come out about Christmas, like in another month, but I'll probably taste it tonight as well. But that 4 in Hand is definitely coming out. It's really fucking good. I'm going to get a bottle. I have several bottles. Which bottles? Oh, we'll put it in the old tequila bottle. I tend to keep bottles that are a little bit different. All right, I'm going to put that on. Got to get a funnel so I don't make too much mess. Okay. So, get this here barrel and decant that sucker. So what I have for dinner, I made a really yummy pasta bake. It was like, you know, that quick cook tortellini from the supermarket. But the sauce I made was a mix of tomato and cream sauce and actually some leftover chicken that I made for burritos. So it was a mix of tomato, cream, tortellini with some chicken in it. It was fucking yum. All right. Decanting the barrel. This will just take a minute. You might hear some light peeing ASMR. See how much this fills up, because that's only a 750ml bottle, and this is a 1 litre barrel. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to pour it into another bottle as well. Maybe one of my skull decanters would be the go. Let's see how this goes in the meantime. Putting it through this strainer, in case, because the inside of the barrel's charred to give it flavour, and sometimes tiny little pieces of charred wood from the inside of the barrel come out. Doesn't look like there is this one. Oh man, how much of this stuff fucking evaporated? Because it sounds like it's running out. God, if a bunch of it evaporated, does that make it more or less alcoholic? No, that's it. That's full. That's full. Okay. All right, just a little bit of fiddling and shifting about now. Oof. Oh, there's one little bit of wood in there. See? I did the right thing by using my strainer. I avoided getting one little bit of wood in there. Where did I put the cork for this? Yeah. All right. Cocktail. Huge thing of ready-made cocktail. I'm going to use one of my skull decanters. Where are they? Where are my skull decanters hiding? Just a little one, not a big one. There's one. All right. One of my many skull decanters. A bit of a cliche that way. Skulls are cool, man. All right. Get my strainer. Nice, Heine. I like that idea. Hawaiian shirt with meth lab drawings on it. Quite like that. All right. So, strain this one out. Oh, strictly Sega, the bits of wood, it's probably good for you. Natural fiber. It's really just aesthetics that I'm avoiding getting bits of wood in my drink. All right, that's most of that. Just get the dregs out. Right, I'm going to have to put something in this barrel so it doesn't dry out. To decide what to do. Maybe I've been keeping vodka in it when I don't have anything else. Oh, actually, quite a bit came out when I tipped it up like that. Again, you probably won't see, but there's a few little bits of wood in there. Okay, so let's put that there. All right. So I also have this little bit of my cocktail. It's cloudier than other ones have been, but it tastes pretty friggin' good. All right, now I am just going to have a taste of the other one as well. Justin, I think it will probably, because I think the last time NASA landed on the moon, it wasn't that big a deal. The whole thing was losing popularity. It won't be as big a deal as the first time they went to the moon, but I think it'll be a bigger deal than the last time they did. Okay, so that's beautifully aged for 3 weeks. This one, the 12th. So this has just been in there a week or thereabouts. Okay. swirl this around a bit. All right. Put that there. Oops, got to take the bung out or it won't pour. This is a gin-based one. Decided to do a... Ooh, look, it's dropped a little bit between the staves. A bit of syrup. All right, and I did keep some of the unaged one here for a taste comparison. Just do that. A little taste comparison. Okay. Tasty, tasty. Time for tasty. Right. Ray's, they went to the moon, okay? The Russians tracked them with radar. There's no way the Russians would have lied and said they'd gone to the moon if they didn't. All of the moon landing hoax things are fucking stupid as shit. Okay, so this is the unaged cocktail. Oh. Very gin forward, that one. Okay. What was the recipe for that one again? Lucino's Delight. Gin, vermouth, maraschino, and amaro. Ooh, it's quite nice. But what's the barrel aging doing? Okay, that tastes slightly medicinal. Actually, my first thing was, as per usual, barrel aging is making it better. But that's going to stay in there for another couple of weeks. That's it. Okay, Rays, here's the thing with conspiracies, and this is just generally, because we know both governments and corporations do terrible things. They do them in secret. And because it involves a bunch of people colluding together to do something nefarious in a secret way, these are by definition conspiracies. And some big ones have been uncovered. I mean, again, just going with the US government, MK Ultra, the Iran-Contra arms deal, the CIA paying off South American drug squads with money, which ended up all this crack and cocaine flooding into America. The Tuskegee medical experiments. There are a bunch of things, but here the thing is, the more people involved in a conspiracy, the harder it is to keep it secret, because someone's going to talk. That's how we find out about these pretty full-on conspiracies. Now, as opposed to say, okay, let's go with JFK. You can say wild shit about JFK because it's very hard, bordering on impossible to prove or disprove certain things. A whole bunch of the conspiracies around JFK, particularly the ones Oliver Stone's fond of, have been absolutely debunked. But there's no denying weird fucking shit happened around the JFK assassination, and there's definitely shit we don't know. But here's the thing with the moon landing. Telescopes and scientists around the world tracked the Apollo mission to the moon. It is literally impossible to have faked that. You could not have possibly faked it. And Rays, what do you mean it's been admitted what happened with JFK? What has been admitted? That's meaningless. Oh, and Streaky Sega, that's the key thing. That back and to the left thing that Oliver Stone loves. First, that guy, Jim Garrison, is a fucking lunatic. In real life, Jim Garrison was a fucking unhinged lunatic. And that whole thing of his back and to the left, the magic bullet, that stuff just betrays a complete lack of understanding of physics and ballistics. All the stuff you go, that's not, all this stuff he goes, that's not possible, is really easily explained with physics and ballistics. Oh, Rays, do you mean like the guy from The Irishman? The Mafia did it? The Mafia might have done it, quite honestly. But that guy who wrote the book that The Irishman's based on, very long Netflix movie, which is not bad, actually. Yeah. Dude, the trouble is Mafia guys are fucking liars. They are fucking liars. It is as simple as that. How do you trust people whose entire thing is criminal activity and lies? The Mafia may well have done it. They had reason to, or there were people within the organization who believed they had reason to. Whether they did or not, yeah, actually, Sriki Sega, I got that you were highlighting that as a silly bit. Oliver Stone loves that bit and the magic bullet thing, and it is betraying an absolutely fundamental lack of understanding of physics and ballistics. The Irishman, as far as I'm concerned, was 4 parts because I think I watched it in 4 stages. Okay, I've watched it for an hour. That's long enough. I'll come back and watch another hour. A lot of people talked about the visual de-aging and de-aging of the actors. I thought that just the appearance was done really well. There are only 2 things that took me out of it. And unfortunately, one took me out virtually every time Robert De Niro was on screen, as they gave him green eyes, trying to say he's Irish and not Italian, but he's fucking Italian. So they used effects to give him green eyes. And it was so jarring to me because I know Robert De Niro has brown eyes. And it was like a sci-fi thing, him having green eyes. So that took me out of it. I don't think they should have done that because that was just jarring and took me out of it. The other thing, which this one made me laugh, like all the stuff with the de-aging and aging, I thought worked really well. The digital de-aging and aging, I thought that worked really well just with how their faces looked. I didn't have a problem with that. But there's one scene where the young Robert De Niro character beats up a shopkeeper who'd been mean to his daughter, and Robert De Niro drags the guy out through, throws him down, and like he's stomping him supposedly. And yeah, again, his face and stuff, he looks much younger, but the physicality of him stomping the guy absolutely looked like a 70-year-old man doing it. Didn't look scary at all. Rays, okay, you've already said you believe moon conspiracies. You are repeating absolutely unconfirmed conspiracies again. Again, the concept of taking people who lie as a matter of course as telling you the truth is just a little bit weird to me. It is absolutely, definitely, 100% not proven that the Mafia killed JFK. It's just not true. It simply is not true. As I said, with the asterisk, it is absolutely possible they did it. It is absolutely possible they were behind Oswald and the whole thing, and the whole Jack Ruby thing. So you are repeating absolutely unsubstantiated, unverifiable conspiracies as if they're fact. And it's just not. So, yeah, it's you are coming across as being conspiracy prone. Yeah, because the JFK thing is not done and dusted. No, I also assume governments lie as well. It's not at all an ignorant way of looking at it. It is the literal opposite of ignorant. It is insightful, and it's thinking about it. It's going, the fuck would you believe mafia goons? Honestly. And no, I do not take government lies their word. Rays, I already said there is lots of weird shit about the whole JFK thing that I don't think we've been given very good answers from. And I personally have questions about figures within the government and, CIA, FBI types. I absolutely have questions. I don't regard them as particularly trustworthy. And JFK did seem to be speaking out a bit against the military-industrial complex and had been talking about de-escalating Vietnam, which a bunch of very powerful people did not want to happen. You're saying, who are we going to believe? Jesus Christ, dude, don't believe mafia guys, for fuck's sake. People who are literally liars as a profession. I was strictly saying, I think we've kind of moved past the moon. And I know what you mean about the moon that's on the mirror that's on the moon that you can fire a laser back and it'll reflect back. But I think the simpler debunking of the moon landing thing is the fact that it was tracked by observatories around the world. And there is no way you could have faked it. Rays, you are talking unsubstantiated conspiracies. Here's the thing. There's a non-zero chance you're correct. Like JFK's dad was a fucking dirty criminal. He was a scumbag. There is a non-zero chance the mafia were the ones behind JFK's assassination, but you're stating it as fact, and there is nothing to substantiate that. A bunch of known liars big noting themselves by saying they know who did it. You're stating wild, unsubstantiated theories as fact, and there's just not. And yes, strictly saying, and that's also what I'm trying to say. I think it is very hard, bordering on impossible, to know exactly what happened with JFK. And there's a freaky amount of stuff suggesting the government and or government agencies acted in a super fucking dodgy way about the whole thing. But the moon landing is unequivocal. Denying the moon landing, I'm not even going to mince words. It's stupid. Denying the moon landing makes no sense whatsoever. There is no evidence at all to support that idea. There is mountains of evidence that fucking wipes it out. There is mountains of evidence. Like, okay, nothing's impossible, but it is borderline impossible to have faked the moon landing. What would be substantiated? Again, dude, you're in a pointless downward spiral. You are literally indulging in one of the most cliched conspiracy theories in the world. I've never expended a lot of energy on the whole JFK thing. So I'm not going to go chapter and verse on what's been established and what hasn't, because I'm actually not sure. But I know for absolute, sure and certain fact, what you're saying has no basis in proof. There is no proof whatsoever for what you're saying. You're saying a bunch of known liars said stuff to big note themselves, therefore it's true. So why was Kennedy in an open car? Because he probably didn't believe anyone was going to shoot him. You know, didn't want to look like a wuss. Is just there in an open car waving and shit. You know, US presidents go out in the open all the time. So, yeah. So, yes, you're treating the unverified and basically unverifiable statements of known liars, people who literally it was their job to be liars. You're stating their uncorroborated and unprovable statements as if they're fact. It's just not rational. It's just not rational to say, oh, because these utter fucking lying scumbags said a thing, it's true. And yes, there are multiple mafia figures who said, yeah, the mafia did it. And it was all tied up in believing there was a deal like, what's his name? The union guy, Hoffa, Jimmy Hoffa, got unions to back JFK, and there was supposed to be a payback, and JFK, and particularly Bobby Kennedy, God, and there's another weird conspiracy, Bobby Kennedy getting shot. That was fucking weird. Yeah. It's just pretty weird. Oh, wow. Justin, you got taught JFK conspiracy. Jesus. That sounds weird. It was not really talked about, but I do remember when people saw the Oliver Stone film JFK, because it's a very well-made film. Oliver Stone is a weird, twitchy, paranoid guy who is himself, he's extremely prone to conspiracy theories. But there's no denying he's a really good filmmaker. He makes films. He constructs films very well. So when the Oliver Stone film JFK came out, because it was really compelling and it felt very real, an enormous number of people took everything in it at face value. And it was basically full of fabrication. Like it was so disconnected from anything grounded in reality. But yeah, it was just very compelling, and I went into it. Neat. Just knew it a teacher brought in the conspiracy and passed it on to students. That's dodgy. So it was honestly, it was never a big thing when I was growing up. And it was very much, I reckon it was this Oliver Stone film that brought it back into the mainstream. The whole JFK thing was real fringe, and no one really talked about it when I was growing up. Then this Oliver Stone film came out, and yeah, the conspiracy came back into the mainstream. All right, I'm now deciding, just before bedtimes. Oh, okay, I'm going to do a couple things. Right, you bloody well, right. Okay, where's my juicer? It's here. I need a plate. I need a knife. To see how much juice comes out of this blood orange, basically. And my jigger to measure it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to make a concoction before I go to bed. Raise, go back, investigation of later cases. Yeah, Raise, you again, there's nothing else I can say. You are just repeating conspiracy theories. There is absolutely, definitely, unequivocally not any conclusive evidence that says the mafia done it. So there's really nothing else to say to you. You're saying stuff that's not true. It's that straightforward.
And as I've said, it is possible, it is absolutely possible that they were involved. Rays, you are repeating absolutely. Okay, I'm not even responding anymore. Okay, I'm not responding anymore because there's no point. There's no point. You're saying things that aren't true. The document. Sure. It's probably on Alex Jones's website. Look there. It reminds me. Bill Hicks had a lot of jokes. Which Bill Hicks joke are you getting? Oh, is it that one where actually that's a very funny joke? If it's the one, if you're thinking of the one I'm thinking of, Bill Hicks, he may have. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, here's the context. Bill Hicks says, "Here's what I think happens when someone gets elected president of the United States. They get taken into a smoky back room by all these military-industrial scumfucks who actually pull the levers to get them there, and they show them a film, a really high-definition, in-focus, clear film of the JFK assassination from an angle the president's never seen. Looks suspiciously like the angle is from the grassy knoll. And it just shows with absolute clarity JFK's brains being blown out. And then they turn to the new president and say, do you have any questions? And the president just goes, sure, what's my agenda? The joke being that the shadowy deep state figures are there and everyone who's president, they just get told, we killed JFK, and unless you do what we want, we'll kill you as well. So it was a good joke. Bill Hicks had a lot of good jokes. He was a very funny guy. He's a very weird guy. Honestly, like most successful comedians, Bill Hicks was a weird guy. Comedians tend to be very weird people. Okay. Sit. Oh. What do we got here? Okay, here, go there. Okay, I am going to make the beast of a concoction before going to bed. And I'll leave it to clarify while I'm sleeping. Yeah, strictly Sega, it's not just, as I remember the joke, it's not just from an angle that's never been shown. It's like the angle looks suspiciously like it's from the grassy knoll. So yes, it's a big joke about, JFK was killed by the people with real power, and if you fuck with them, they'll fuck with you. All right, so it's my blood orange juice. I'm going to finish with... Okay, what am I going to put in here? My overproof whiskey, probably. Oh, that was... Okay, oh, yes. Hardcore Christians use a cross to remember Jesus. Like remembering JFK with a rifle. You had a little payoff in there. It's like, people remembering JFK with a rifle, and if they see Jackie around, like, hey, Jackie. Yeah. He's a very funny guy. Okay, so I am going to put 4 ounces of my whiskey in there. Shazam, y'all. And next, we put the rum in. What do I still have? This one. Rum liqueur I made. Gonna put that in. Okay. 4 ounces of this.
Zafar, I have no idea what speech the FIFA boss made, but FIFA is an evil, fucky company. The idea of endorsing the World Cup in Qatar, I mean, how many thousands of migrant workers did they fucking kill? It's literally criminal. It's outrageous. Anyone who wants to celebrate the FIFA World Cup needs to have a good fucking hard look at themselves. All right. Put some of my spiced tea in there. Or did something happen to Budweiser beer? Strictly say again. I haven't been paying attention. These are all things that are getting past me. And I'm not a beer person, so it doesn't really affect me. Hopefully this is going to work. Going to put some pineapple juice in here. This is going to be a tasty treat. All right. S'mores violin for Budweiser. Okay. Oh, they can't sell the beer at the footy. Hilarious. Yes. Oh, big list of things I don't give a fuck about. Corporate entities and their sponsorship woes. All right. So that's all made up now. Oh, now I need this and this and a spoon. Right. So taking a risk with this because this gives me problems. But I'm a wild and crazy guy. Okay, so my cream of coconut is going to be used to clarify this. All right. Now making sleep. What are we saying about Windows 11? I just got an update on this laptop, actually. Streaky Sega worked. I was sponsored by Heineken. Oh, yeah. They do spend a huge amount of money on those sponsorships. All right. So, this weird looking thing, I'll show it to you later in the week. It's going to look really nice. Like it's going to look like this later in the week. Maybe even lighter than that. Even though it looks like that now. Is it magic? Is it witchcraft? A little bit of chemistry. Actually, I'm going to put this in the fridge. I'm going to leave this in the fridge overnight. And I'll deal with it in the morning when I get up. Or in fact, maybe tomorrow afternoon when I get home from work. All right, I'm going to move a few things around. I've got sticky spots here. Don't want sticky spots. Where did I put the wipey cloth? Here's the wipey cloth. Do. Cleaning up the sticky marks. All right. Also, these syrups I'm making. Oh, let's get this happening a bit. I'm just going to stir them up a bit for fun. Honey, latest version enforce a dark theme. Blacked out task manager. Wow, that's weird. Oh, wow. Strictly Sega rewatching 70mm films. Oklahoma, Ben-Hur. Lawrence of Arabia. I saw Lawrence of Arabia in the cinema and 70mm on a high quality 70mm print. Astonishing. Like, they really went to town with getting the most out of 70mm when they made that. It was quite the experience. 70mm Lawrence of Arabia, Larry of the Arabs, as I like to call it, because I'm close personal friends with David Lean, the filmmaker, and he doesn't mind when I say that. He goes, ho, 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 you make light of my masterwork because you're a funny guy. And I go, yes, David, I'm a funny guy. Ooh, then West Side Story and Ice Station Zebra. Nice. I suppose what's the modern equivalent of 70mm is when they shoot films specifically for IMAX. They shoot on IMAX cameras because, I mean, they're shooting digitally, but that's storing a lot of information. Those IMAX cameras store a lot of information. All right, so it's just like I'm playing in mud. This is like therapy. So by tomorrow morning, both of these will be really liquidy. So this one, citrus oleosaccharum, I'm just going to, when that all liquefies, I'm just going to add a teeny bit of water, like boiling water, to make sure the sugar's fully liquefied. But this one, the apple and brown sugar, I'm going to put it on the stove and warm it up. And add like some cinnamon sticks, star anise. Halfback, yes, I'm your daddy, definitely. Yeah, so I'm going to make a spiced apple syrup. This is going to be the Thanksgiving thing. I'm going to do a mold. I'm going to get bourbon and this syrup in a pot, and I'm going to warm it up with orange and lemon peel and have it. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And I've got to get that together by Tuesday. This will be ready tomorrow, I think. Then I'll get all ready and I'll shoot it on Tuesday and edit it on Wednesday, and it'll be there ahead of Thanksgiving. I used to buy physical media all the time. I have a huge DVD and Blu-ray library. But yeah, I just stopped. I mostly watch stuff on streaming now. I realized I was buying so much stuff on disc when it's available on streaming services. You know, one disc or like one box set pays for months of subscription. So I just do streaming stuff now. Oh. So I'm getting actually really excited about this. And thank you, Strictly Sega, for getting me thinking about Thanksgiving, because I had forgotten about Thanksgiving. Got sugar on my hands. I've got to wash them before they're too sticky. Oh, I'll put this back in the fridge, my cream of coconut. Is there anything else I have to put back in the fridge? I don't think so. Here's the thing. This one that I just decanted, I don't want to put in the fridge or the freezer because it actually needs to dilute. When I serve it, I have to pour it over ice, and I need the ice to dilute it a bit because it's really fucking strong at the moment.
Also I'm going to make a video doing a taste comparison of that with the unaged one. All right, let's sussing some stuff out there. We're good. The 12, Strictly Sega. You're full of the ideas, man. The 12 drinks of Christmas. I have time to work on that. Maybe tie it into the thing. That is an excellent idea. And Megaleech, that's basically the second half of what I'm going to say. You, my friend, are on the same wavelength as me. So what I'm thinking I will do with that is because I just filled this up. And it's kind of like when you stir or shake a drink on ice, about a third of the drink ends up being water from the ice. So that's the thing I need to do. I need to add water to it. Then I can keep it in the freezer and just pour it. But I do kind of like putting it, I don't know, we'll see. So either I need to keep it at room temperature and pour it over ice. Whereas that's the thing I try to remember to do when I'm topping up the freezer martini. Don't just top it up with gin and vermouth. Also put water in it to simulate the thing. And I usually remember that. I did read an interesting article, really, and this is a thing I want to explore. They're talking about diluting your martinis with flavored water to give them another element. And that really intrigued me. Some people use coconut water. Some people use cucumber water. I thought, ooh, that's actually interesting. And they were doing this with freezer martinis. Man, that's actually interesting because I've just been using water and occasionally some brine, some saline solution to make it a bit dirty. But yeah, just some flavored water is actually a really interesting idea to dilute it. Tricky say you collect laser discs. Yeah, see, collections, man, once you start a collection, it's really hard to stop. Are laser discs better than DVDs? Laser discs don't hold that much data. So you used to have to turn them over. Or if it was a long movie, it had to be on multiple discs. But they're also unwieldy because they're the size of a 12-inch LP. But they were very good quality, certainly. I think it's up for argument, but I think a good quality laser disc was better quality than a standard DVD. But DVDs had a number of benefits in that they held more information and they were more compact and it's all those things. Laser discs were just a bit unwieldy. But yeah, technology changes. So DVD titles early 2000s. Yeah. Anyway, hey, it's like 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm going into the office tomorrow. Yay. So I will probably be back for a stream on Tuesday night. I may be making the Thanksgiving, the mulled bourbon, because it's American. I'm going to use bourbon rather than an Australian whiskey. I'll use bourbon to be American. I'm going to do a mulled bourbon with my spiced apple syrup, and it's going to fucking rock. I think it's just going to be fantastic. But anyway, thanks for the ideas, Ricky Sager. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this evening. I will, in all probability, be here on Tuesday. Like I said, maybe making my Thanksgiving cocktail. We'll see how that goes. But whatevs. Take care, folks. See you.